VP, I know you've been waiting all morning.
Good morning, trustees.
My 5-hour energy drink, would wear off, so calamari. Hey, don't leave the bait around here, Kalaiko, okay? You make trying to trap me. Oh, okay, thank you very much. As long as we all get. Thank you very much. Given the complexity and the talent that's been testifying today, I've decided to narrow my remarks in regards to the nation-building process in a more domestic capacity. Number one is the constitutional concerns in which OHA is considering operating with the Department of the Interior. The United States Constitution pretty much outlines the policy it deals with its federal recognition tribes and how a tribe is to be acquiring federal recognition. The law, and it even outlines what its native people are. The Constitution is black and white. Native Americans, Alaska Natives. Right now, I believe a representative from the Department of Interior just issued a press release saying they would be willing to entertain comments alone from the Hawaiian community about this process, about reestablishing a government-to-government relationship. See, that was kind of baffling because I know everybody knows in this room that there was never a government-to-government relationship there has been only a nation-to-nation relationship, and that has been the violated point from when the Hawaiian Kingdom suffered its injury until now, and we have incurred the occupation and usurpation of the Hawaiian Kingdom's rights. So the path that you folks are on as far as endorsing that kind of leads me to my second point. I make no bones about it, and I'm not here to plug myself. I'm a candidate for one of your chairs, but I also would like to address you as possible as a peer here, even though I don't officially reside as trustee. We folks are seeking elected positions. I'm glad to see one is still here. Thank you very much for your due diligence in hanging around at Hulu. When you become a trustee or any elected official, you are required to take an oath of allegiance to uphold the state and the American Constitution. So if you are possibly following an unconstitutional process, you are possibly enduring an impeachable offense on yourself. And whatever criminal, but I don't want to say war crime or anything like that because that's out of. I'm keeping it here, something that, and I'm using your language, the state of Hawaii and American language on you guys that you guys operate here. So if that is the case, you may be suffering an impeachable offense and possible criminal violations and so forth. So that's just something that I think everybody needs to understand, and I hope you guys remember that, because like I said at this board meeting before, some trustees obviously take their oaths a lot more seriously than perhaps others. But moving on to my next point is that with regards to your letter, Kamana'o, I have no problems with what you have done and whatnot, but seeing where the Pilikia came and where it is right now, I would like to inform, I took the liberty of redrafting your letter. I took it, I personally struck out your information as CEO and any remnants of your title as far as the Office of Foreign Affairs. I took the substance and the language of it, I incorporated myself as a political candidate for the Office of Foreign Affairs, and I submitted that to the Department of the Secretary, noting to them that as a political candidate, I incur an obligation. When I filed my papers, I was sworn in. I have an obligation to make sure that those in the Lahui are informed, because as every democracy dictates, and only an informed electorate can make decisions. And I've been hearing that echo being announced over here about education and so forth. So that letter is something that, as I campaign, and I'm sure we're going to campaign, is going to be coming up as part of political dialogue, is why I should cast my vote for the new or the 5 seats that are being up here for those individuals. And I hope that the other ones that are running can answer that question to the best of their ability, because the last thing you don't want to be doing is blowing smoke up someone's what, because you should be held accountable. That's how an election works. That's how everything works. The last part that I would like to end, and I know you got signed up, Donna, is you've had 4 Kamau Ea, basically. And I think this board, in that process, number 1 and number 2, and I've repeated this for many diverse people, as I've sat on the Committee of International Relations so forth, many people have chimed in for whether it be occupation or the rights to reinstate the nation, the usurpation, on and on and on. The collaborations and the reports from that knowledge came issued and delivered to this office. So there really is no, for my number 4 point that brings up to number 3 is, this board cannot play ignorant. This board cannot play that they did not know about something, because you paid for several events in which the Lahui has documented, stamped, and placed on your desk and has been paid for by your own money, our beneficiary money. So all I can advise you is to proceed in a manner that is prona, because your back is is up against the wall here. There is really no room to negotiate or to quiver here, other than perhaps resigning or leaving this ship. So as trustees, I hope you will see the light. You'll see the conditions that are amongst you right now, and take that into harsh consideration, because it's real. Whether like Dexter's wife said, she made a good point. Whether you're yawning, the point I'm reiterating to is this point, the level of authority that I'm presenting to you guys, that is real. That is real. The state of Hawaii and whatnot, however illegal it is, that's still operational now. And at least they still have a set of rules in which need to be adhered and applied to. So, thank you. That's all my comments.
Keliʻi, why are you running? If it's illegal, why are you running?
Thank you.
You can talk to him in the hallway.
Thank you, yeah.
Yes. Thank you, Keliʻi Makekau.
Keep Hawaiian lands in Hawaiian hands, yeah. Keep Hawaiian lands in Hawaiian hands, yeah. On the road we go, far from life we stroll. It's an uphill climb, yeah. Stays with you all the time. Keep Hawaiian lands in Hawaiian hands, yeah. 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 Hawaiians say, "Umau, yeah, wakaina ikapono." Umau, yeah, wakaina ikapono. Umau, yeah, wakaina ikapono. Umau, yeah, wakaina ikapono. This is our plea, our destiny flight.